This McDonald's location was remodeled to look exactly like the 80s. From the art on the wall to the cash registers and everything in between, it definitely feels like you're going back in time. This was done to celebrate the new season of Loki, in which one of the characters travels back to 1982 and works at McDonald's. So Marvel and McDonald's decided to team up and transform this location to look like the 80s. But this was only going to be around for 3 days, and after that they would get rid of all the 80s theming. So I had to go and check out this one-of-a-kind experience before they got rid of it. Let's go to Brooklyn, New York and take a look at it. We have arrived with the red ropes and everything. Here we are. Wow, they definitely packed this place in.
I don't know if we're gonna get a table.
Oh, we will. You just gotta stand around forever.
Camp out so long.
Exactly.
Just stare at them. Like
Yeah, and then they'll leave. Look, there's a table right there. So here we are at the 1982 McDonald's. So the reason why it's like this is because of the new Loki show, but I'm not here for that. I don't think anyone is. I just want to see some old stuff. But first, before we do that, we gotta eat fries, apple, burger, toy. On some of the packaging, you can see it says the as featured in meal. It tells you a bunch of movies that McDonald's was featured in. There's also some like Loki sauce or whatever. I didn't get that, so deal with it. Now that looks really good. Maybe it's supposed to be like it's from 1982.
Is the Coke like 80s? Like it's really good?
No, it kind of tastes like now. Coke from 2023. Obviously, the main reason to come in here is how it looks. There's so many people taking pictures and videos and all. I wish McDonald's would make a permanent one of this, where it was like a retro-looking restaurant, but of course they're not going to do that. It'd be too much of a good idea to do that.
Except you're wrong. In California, they do have one.
Well, that one. They need one from the 80s. So obviously I ate this meal 1,000 times. You got the toy. Let's take a look. Should have been an 80s toy, like a Ronald McDonald or something. What is this? You put this in there, and then you just got to get it in there. All right. I also saw another thing. There's like pictures of people wearing hats, and we actually saw one outside on the street, but I guess they don't have them anymore. It was like a Ronald McDonald and a Grimace hat. Now that we ate, it's time to look around and see what they got. So right as you walk in, they have these 3 things right here. Got some poster for the show Loki, another one for Loki, and then this one in the middle, it just says welcome to 1982. That's how you know this restaurant is themed after 1982. On this wall, they have a display case of a bunch of old stuff. Over here is a McDonald's uniform from 1982. This is some jumpsuit seen in the show. I've never seen it, so I don't really know what it is, but they have that. I'm sure somebody will love it. Here's a bunch of other props from the show as well. Comment below if you know these, because I don't. And then up on the top, they have an old TV playing a trailer for the new show. That's probably one of the coolest things they have, at least in this display case. And at the end, they have another McDonald's uniform from Loki, I guess. Over here, they have a couple more things on the wall. This one just says dessert, but just from the look of it, you can just tell it's old, which is great. It adds to the aesthetic. And then this one is about chicken nuggets and actually has a copyright in the corner of 1981. This isn't 1982. Also, I'm starting to think this one isn't from 1982 as well because it says Loki on it. This is false advertising. And also, I don't want to forget to mention the wallpaper. All around the place, they put wallpaper up resembling an old McDonald's. This is one of the coolest things. The menu is TV screens, but it looks exactly how it did in the 80s. I mean, that's the whole store. It's just resembling old stuff. And obviously surrounding that, they have a bunch of tiles and posters to fit in with the theme. Also, you gotta love the employee outfits. That just adds to it. Over here, they have a giant McDonald's logo with the tile in the background. They got the sign up here saying you will be on video, so deal with it. They should have this in every place. You can see they have the yellow booths back there and everything. They really did make it look like an 80s restaurant. Even though I wasn't alive then, it still looks like it. They put up these 2 really cool pieces of art. There's one over here where you can actually take a professional photo in front of it, and we're gonna do that soon. But this one's just here, and it's looking great. You got the hamburgers right there, and they're also over there. Up on the ceiling, they have this really cool panel, and I guess this was around in the 80s. I don't know, since I wasn't born, but it looks cool. Here's more old art, and they even have old chandeliers hanging from the ceiling. Here's French fries, Egg McMuffin, and they have a bunch of other art, but there's not really much to say about every single individual one, but they're all great. They even have the 1980s plants. That's how you know this is authentic. Every old place had plants in them. Now they don't. And now for the last thing, after we looked around, we're gonna get the professional photo in front of Grimace and the Mayor McCheese, or whatever his name is. Look at that. They give you a Polaroid of it to really fit the theme. And with this picture, it looks like we saw it all for the 1982 McDonald's. I always love meeting fans. It doesn't happen often, but it just happened right before we left. So that's great. If you're watching this, shout out to you. But that's it for the McDonald's tour. We found one. It was on the floor. So you got Ronald McDonald on this side, and then on the other side, good old Grimace. I guess they ran out of them inside, so this is what you gotta do. At least I was able to show you guys. Someone's birthday.